Hello, I'm PK. I run a little label called Break, which is also part of King Deluxe, which I've been doing for about 10 years. And except Break is a record label that also has shows in VR chat. I don't like the monarchy at all, and I think Deluxe is kind of pretentious, so I don't feel like I'm either, but maybe more Deluxe for sure than King. Oh, break number 5. Okay, so part of the idea was to have it in a club with just cool shaders. We'll still start in a club, and maybe the future shows will be more in the building with neat effects, but for now I really like the idea of bringing people all over the place. So yeah, break 5 is very much kind of like break 4, where we're traveling, going on a journey. I would love to play cubes that somebody else did. I kind of designed a place to go world hopping and trying to find these secret codes all over the place. I don't know, that's pretty fun to make, but I really enjoy doing audiovisual stuff because that kind of fits in with my label. I love music, and it is a music label, but for some reason I'm better at the visuals than the music, but I really love music and sharing it, so. I would say Cat Club, because Cat Club is after my own heart. Lots of crazy shaders. I use standard shader a lot, but I just learned that the standard shader is actually less efficient for a lot of things, so I'm going to start switching away from it. For me, VR chat is the best place to showcase my art and the best place to reach, like to find people that are actually into adventurous listeners and art lovers. Like, this is the best place. In the last show, we did some motion capture with shader motion. Yeah, definitely it's better to capture our real motions. MIXAMO was okay for a while, but I don't know, there's not that much choice, and it's really fun to record our real motions now that it's smoother. Definitely, I like finding artists to make stuff from scratch, as long as you can find people that want to do the same thing. Definitely, if I can find somebody to make something custom for us, I always do that. So like in our shows, there's stuff from Sketchfab, sometimes that are downloads, and I try and credit them when I can, and then I buy some stuff in the store, but there's a lot of custom stuff too. The next show will have a bunch of custom art that was made before that I didn't have a chance to use yet, and now we'll get to use, and I'm kind of excited that we can have a place for it. Cyan Emu is a lifesaver, but Client Sim, I should make the switch, but I haven't yet. Yeah, I definitely prefer stylized stuff more. I like some Photoreal, but I think it's kind of weird because after so many years of like looking for art that I can use in Unity and VR chat, I've actually find high poly art kind of ugly. I think it's also just the lighting. There's something in your subconscious that recognizes if something is lit realistically, and people that use a lot of Photoreal stuff, things don't match together well. It's like that texture is too detailed, the light works off it differently. As long as it's lit properly, I like it less photoreal. They're both friends, I can't really pick, but Claustrophobia is a neat space. I love the visual, the kind of net in front. And Surreal Bowl it's a really fun design. I really enjoyed the space he made for it. Beeple hasn't impressed me since he got rich. So right now I would say Dall-E makes better art. Although I know Beeple was saying he wants to try Dall-E, so those two will combine. I tend to make very big worlds, like my Land of Oo world that I'm trying to finish is so big, it's like 18 kilometers from one side to the other. I don't know, I love big worlds, I just wish we could fit more people in them. But when I went to Ghost Club, I realized, wait, cramming people in a small space actually feels very social and feels more like an actual party. And kind of like combining both small and big, I guess, but mostly big. I haven't used either, but they're both pretty neat. I think both are very useful for other people I've met. What I would really like is like Babelfish real-time translation text, or straight to speech translation. Definitely Unity. Unity is very modular, it's a great community, and in VR chat we're years behind the new version too, so I love Unity. I think it's a great company and a great engine. The screen space shaders, they work really well with AudioLink. Using Luca's June shader is what we use a lot in the core. And yeah, it covers your whole field of vision. There's some really cool kaleidoscope ones that I would love to use, but they don't look good in VR, but they look amazing in desktop. Yeah, the screen space shaders are great as long as you pick the right ones and don't overdo it. And I probably overdo it. I mean, Magnetic Mag is something I haven't really read much. It looks like a pretty good music magazine, but I kind of forget it exists. And Metaculture, yeah, I read all the articles and quite enjoy it. I like Bandcamp. Bandcamp's a great music site with good curators, and I wish they had more of a streaming service. Because I've mentioned that to fight my motion sickness, I eat a lot of ginger. Nothing else has worked for me. I just chew on a large amount of ginger, and then I eat cranberries at the same time to make it go down better. Cranberries are tastier than ginger, but they aren't as medicinal. So I guess it depends. If I'm going VR, I'd rather just chew on ginger. The only way I can use Udon is cyan triggers, because I spent so many years trying to learn how to do the old SDK too. So, I mean, cyan is a savior. Without his tools, I would be completely lost. But I use stuff other people make, and I think I will get into the graphs. Definitely the visual. I just need to learn it. Anybody who's been to the core shows probably knows how much I like AudioLink. AudioLink is amazing. Until this last show, I didn't think it was possible to sync up visuals and music in a way that wasn't frame rate dependent. But once you get AudioLink in there, it's like a heartbeat that just is completely synced almost perfectly. And so it really adds a lot to it. But then in the last show, Lun helped me. He had told me about Timeline, and Timeline does sync up perfectly. You have to sequence stuff a lot more. You have to plan it out more. So now I like combining them. So we have the Timeline stuff that gets sequenced, and then for the next show, I think we'll have live DJs that are improvising over top with the buttons and stuff. So there'll be a mix of improvised stuff and then audio, and then the AudioLink will still keep that in sync, and then also some environmental changes that'll be sequenced so they happen right on a beat. They're kind of sister tracks, it seems. I mean, Silent Dawn, I love the music video, and now I would say it's one of my favorite songs of his, but they're both really, really good. Definitely VR. So far, AR is mostly using phones, and I don't use a phone, so I don't do any phone AR stuff. Yeah, I'm planning a music dance experience. Any fans of the show Severance hopefully will recognize it. We're making an office party. So the idea is we'll come in and you have 15 minutes to dance to Defiant Jazz or whatever genre is being played. Then it stops and then you go back to your day. I think that could be fun. Oh, definitely time travel. Depends on the conditions, I guess. Am I stuck there or can I come back? Well, time travel is also very scary because would a person, if you could travel to the future for one day, would you do it? 100 years in the future, or would unless you could come back instantly, it would be a scary thought. The world could be too different of a place, and then you'd be stuck there. Or just go back and invest in Apple or something, and then come back. But yeah, I would definitely choose that ability.
Surreal.